Hey everyone, how's each and every one of you are doing today? I hope that each of you are having a good week and keeping cool from the summer heat and so forth. Anyway, I'm doing the pre-calculus summer session for about 10 weeks. And the first section we'll be doing is solve each equation. All right, as you can remember from Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2, this is where these problems will help you remember where these process of of the equation. So bear in mind. So I selected 10 problems, and let's begin. Let's look at this problem. This is the easy one, actually. It's not that bad, actually. So we have 4n minus 2n equals 4. First thing first, do we combine like terms? Yes. Which numbers? The 4n and 2n. Very good. And look at the sign. And this is, we're subtracting, right? 4 minus 2 is 2n. Don't forget, bring down the 4 equals 4. So far, so good. All right. Then what's the next step? Divide, right? Which number? The 2 or the 4? Okay. If you said 2, you're correct. So when you ever see whatever number next to the variable, that's where you divide the number. Okay? In this case, we have 2. We divide 2 to both sides of the equation. 2 cancels out. Bring down the n. All right. Look at h, it's an n. It's an n. What is 4 divided by 2? It's 2, right? Anything else? And that's all. It's a final answer. Any questions on number 1? That wasn't too bad, right? Okay. Let's go number 2. Here we have negative 12 negative 12 equals 2 plus 5v plus 2v. All right, the very first thing we need to do is combine like terms, right? Which numbers? The 5v plus 2v. Very good. We combine these terms first. So we have negative 12 equals 2. This will be a plus, right? In front of it, right? So we have, what's 5 plus 2? 7 plus 7v. So far, so good. All right. Then, here's a tricky part. What's the next step, actually? Do we add 2 or subtract 2 to both sides? If you said subtract 2, you're correct. You're right. Why? Because see, when you see a positive number, you do the opposite. So in this case, you subtract 2 to both sides of the equation. 2's will cancel out entirely. Bring down. So we have negative 12 minus 2. That gives us negative 14. Equals 7v. Now, like the last problem, do we divide by 7 to both sides or negative 14? We divide 7 to both sides. It's a positive, right? This will cancel out. The 7's will cancel out entirely. And we have negative 14 minus negative 14 divided by 7. That gives us negative 2 or a positive 2. And negative 2. V equals negative 2. Feel free to stop the video at any time, so that way you won't miss any of the steps and steps to the following equations and so forth. And also this paper that I'm doing right now, these problems will be scanned and be posted on the Google Classroom page. So no need to worry about that, just in case you forget a step. But other than that, any questions on number 12? Number 2. All right, let's go on. Number 8, we have a negative 3 in parentheses, 4 minus 8 equals 36. All right, first things first. We need to get rid of the parentheses. How do we get rid of the parentheses? We're going to distribute, right? Distribute the negative 3 to the 4 and the negative 3 into the 8. So far, so good? All right. What is negative 3 times 4? Is it a positive 12 or a negative 12? Negative 12. 12R. Don't forget your variable, okay? All right. So far, so good. Then we have negative 3 times a negative 8. Is it a positive 24 or a negative 24? Positive. A negative times a negative equals a positive. Very good. Positive 24. And you put the rest of here. We are cleaning it up a little bit more. All right. All right. Now, what do we need to do here? To the left side to make this almost complete. Did we subtract 24 or we add 36 to both sides? We subtract 24. So we have 24 negative 20. Subtract 24 to both sides. This the negative and positive 24 would cancel out entirely. Bring down the negative 12R. And then, what is a negative 36 minus 24? Give you something to think about. Is the answer be a positive or a negative? It's a negative, right? Very good. And then what do we do here? We add, right? 36 plus 24, that gives us 60. So far, so good, folks? Right. Good. Let's move on to this part. Do we divide negative 12 to both sides or positive 12? We divide negative 12 because that changes the sign, right? Cancel out the negatives and bring on the variable r. What is negative 60 divided by negative 12? Give you a moment. Give you a second or two. If you said 5, you're correct. Is it a negative or positive 5? It's a positive. Remember back in multiplication signs? In division, we have a negative times a negative equals a positive. A positive times a negative equals a negative. Remember the signs back in right here? I'm going to post it right here. I'm going to write it here. Negative times a negative equals a positive. A negative times a positive gives us a negative. Right? Back in Algebra 1, beginning Algebra 1, it helps you to understand when you do multiplication, multiplying and dividing. Multiply and dividing signs. Signs. Okay? You remember that? Okay. So, let's go back to number 8. Any questions number 8? Okay. Let's go on number 11. It's the same similar problem right here. Number 11, right? All right. So as number 8, we have a negative 3 in parentheses 1 plus 6r equals 14 minus r. Let's clean this up a little bit. On number 11, let's do this. What do we do in this part? We distribute, right? Distribute the two numbers right here. All right. We have a negative 3 times 1 that gives us a negative 3. We have a negative 3 plus 6, negative 3 times 6 that gives us negative 18r. We clean that up a little bit. 14. We put 14 minus r. Make sure I got it right. Hold on before I go any further. Any questions so far on this? I want to make sure I got it right. Okay, I'm good. Okay. All right. Then we have to clean up both sides, right? Do we divide? Do we add 14 to both sides or subtract 14? We subtract 14, right? This will clear out one side here. So far, so good, right, folks? All right. Then we do the 18r. What's the opposite? Positive, right? Positive 18r to the other side. That will clear out this side. So our final part in order to get this problem correct or finished, we have a negative 3 and minus 14 on the left side and a negative r plus 18. What's negative 3 minus 14? Negative 17. We got a negative r plus 18. That gives us, I believe, a positive 17r. See what I got? Do you have an idea where I got that from? All right, good. Now what do we do here? We divide, right? Which number? The negative 17 or the positive 17r? The positive 17, actually. If you say positive 17, you're correct. You're right. So this will be, this will cancel out. The 17 will cancel out completely. Where 17, negative 17 divided by negative 17 divided by 17, that gives us which number? A negative 1 as our final answer. All right, here we go. Hope you can see the whole problem. All right. Any questions in number 11? All right. Let's go on number 12. So you can stop at any time if you wish to look over something that you missed. Okay. Number 12. We have a positive, we have 6 in parentheses, 6v plus 6, close parentheses, minus 5 equals 1 plus 6v. First thing first, we need to clean this up a little bit, just a tad bit. Let's do this. Let's do the parentheses first. We distribute, right, the 6 to both sides, right? Very good. We have, what's 6 times 6? 36, right? 36v, don't forget the variable, with 6 times 6, 36 is a positive. Very good. Minus 5 equals 1 plus 6v. All right. So far you had this step, right? Very good. Now we need to clean the left side just a little bit more. What do we need to do this? Do the basic math, right? In this case, what's 36 minus 5? 31, right? 36v plus 31 equals 1 plus 6v. Oh, forgive me on this, folks. Any questions on that so far? All right. Let's do this. Let's do the variables together first. Do we subtract 36v or subtract 6v? We subtract 6v. Very good. This will cancel out in entirety. This will out. Now we have this part. Do we add 31 or subtract 31? Subtract 31. Do the opposite side. This will cancel out completely. We have 36v minus 6v. That gives us, I believe, 30v. Hold on. One second. 30v. I'll move this up to here. All right. We have 1 minus 31. That gives us 30, right? Negative 30. All right. We have this part so far. Then we divide 30 to both sides, right? This will cancel out the left side of the equation. Bring down the v. What is negative 30 minus negative 30 divided by 30 gives us a negative 1. That's our final answer. So, in this problem, let me go back. This problem, we had to clean it up a little bit. We had to distribute the parentheses first. After we have done the parentheses part, then we bring down everything together. Bring down everything written down across. And then what's the next thing we need to do is clean it up a little bit more. In this case, we have 36 minus 5. They give us 31. And what's remaining, we have 36v plus 31 equals 1 plus 6v. And then the next step we had to do is subtract 6v to both sides of the equation. And then subtract 31 from both sides of the equation. That gives us a positive 30v equals a negative 30. And then you would divide 30 to both sides of the equation. That gives us the answer will be negative 1. So you have any questions on number 12 so far, folks? Try to expand that just a little bit. You can see the video. All right, folks. Okay, let's go to number 15. All right. This is a long one. Just bear with me because I have a couple more. It's not that bad, folks. So we're almost done, okay? We have number 15. 10p plus 9 minus 11 equals p. We have a negative 2 on the other side. In parentheses, 2p plus 4 minus 3. Same thing with parentheses. 2p minus 2. All right, let's do this. When I look at this problem, I'm going to distribute first. Let's do here. on this first part. We redistribute, right? Oh. Okay. What is negative 2 times 2? 4. Negative 4p. What is negative 2 times 4? Negative 8. Very good. All right. Let's do the next part. We have, what is a negative 3 times 2? It'll be a negative 6p, right? Yes. And then we have a negative 3 times a negative 2. That gives us, remember, negative times a negative equals a positive. It will be a positive 6, right? All right. We clean it up just a bit on the right side. So far, so good, folks. All right. Let's go to the left side. I'm going to write down everything down here. Let me do this. Let's do this. Let's combine like terms first. We had the p's, right? 10p minus p, right? What's 10 minus 1? 9p. Very good. Then we have 9 minus 11. That gives us negative 2 minus 2. All right. We got that down. Now, let's do the same thing, combine like terms on this part. We have the p's, right? Negative 4 minus 6p. That gives us, I believe, a negative 10, if I stand correctly. Yes. All right. Now, yes, okay. Got it right. Hold on, before I make it. Yes, I was right. I'm doing it right. Okay. Now we have a negative 8 plus 6. That gives us, I believe, a negative 2. Okay. So far, right? Bring down everything here. Oh, okay. I got it. Okay. So far we have bring down 9p minus 2 equals negative 10p minus 2. All right. So far, so good, folks. I hope you can see it. Don't worry. If you're not, you can look at on the worksheet part, okay? All right. Okay, let's do this. Let's do the p's. Do we add 10p or subtract 10p? We add 10p, right? Then we add 2 to both sides, right? Okay. Let's do, we have, this will cancel out. This will cancel out. Our new equation, we have 9 plus 10 that gives us 9p plus 10p equals 19p. And then we cancel this. This will be out. So it's a negative 2 plus 2 that gives us 0, right? Can this be possible? (19p equals 0). Can this be possible? Yes. We still divide 19 to both sides. What the answer will be? Zero. That's our final answer. If this one is like 19 on the side and then 0 on the p, that means it'll be undefined. You remember back in Algebra 2 and Algebra 1, a little bit of that? If you see a digit after on the right, like a whole number, and there's not like a 0 on the side, that's undefined. Let me show you why. Can you see? Let's see, 19 divided by 0. Watch. Can you see this? An error. It's undefined. So that's the reason why. If you said this, 0 divided by 19, that'll be 0. That's a big difference. Hope I clarified that a little bit. So our final answer is 0. Any questions on number 15? All right. Very good, folks. Let's go back. We're almost halfway done, believe it or not. Just bear with me for a second. Thank you for your patience and diligence, folks. I really appreciate that from you. All right. Let's look at number 17. Number 17, we have 10 parentheses, x plus 3, close parentheses, minus, open parentheses, negative 9x minus 4, close parentheses, equals x minus 5 plus 3. All right, folks. What's the first thing we need to do is clean it up, right? Let's make it simplify a little bit on cleaning up the parentheses, right? Okay, let's do this first part first. What's 10 times x? That gives us 10, right? 10x. Don't forget the variable. We have 10 times 3 that gives us a positive 30. So far, so good, folks. All right. You see, when you ever see this part, the negative in front of the like this problem, when we see a negative, you have a negative inside the parentheses, negative 9x minus 4. Everything would change to a positive, right? So we have a positive, a negative times a negative 9x. It would be a positive 9x. And then with the same thing, a negative times a negative 4 that gives a positive 4. So far, so good, folks. Bring down everything. You should have a 10x plus 30 plus 9x plus 4 on the left side equals x minus 5 plus 3. Okay, are we done yet? No. Okay, let's do the combined like terms on the left side. We have 10x, 9x, that gives us 19x, right? 10 plus 9 equals 19x. We have 30 plus 4. It gives us 34 plus 34 on the left side. On the right side, we have x, because we leave that alone, x alone. We have a negative 5 plus 3 that gives us, I believe, a negative 2. All right. So far, we clean it up just a bit, right? All right. Very good. What do we do next? First thing first, we put the variables together. Let's look on the right side. Do we add or subtract x to both sides? We subtract. This will cancel out. So far, so good. Then we do here. Do we add or subtract 34 to both sides? We subtract 34. So far, so good, right? It looks a lot better, right? All right, let's combine the x's first. We have 19 minus 1 equals 18x. We have a negative 2 minus negative 34. We know it's going to be a negative. And what answer will be? Was 34 plus 34, 2 plus 34, that gives a 36, right? Okay? Alright. Next and final step. We divide which number? The 18 to both sides or negative 36? When you see the variable on to the number, we divide whatever is number right next to it. In this case, we have a positive 18 to both sides. Positive. And then we have x equals what is negative 36 divided by 18. And negative 2. And that's our final answer. Anything else? No, that's it. Yeah, that was the final answer. Let's just jump the gun a little bit. All right, folks. We have our number 17 completed. All right. Any questions on number 17? All right, let's go on. All right, folks, let's go on. We have number 19. We have negative 12. Open parentheses, x minus 12, close parentheses. On the right side, we have negative 9, open parentheses, 1 plus 7x, close parentheses. It's going to be a lot simpler, believe it or not, folks. Let's do this. We do what? Distribute, right? We have a negative 12 times x. It gives us a negative 12x. Negative 12 times a negative 12. That gives us a positive, right? What number? 144, right? Okay. Let's do this the same on the right side. What is a negative 9 times 1? Negative 9. We have a negative 9 times 7x. That gives us, I believe, a negative 63x. All right. Now it's beginning to look a lot simpler. All right, folks. We're almost done. All right. All right. Let's do the x's first. Do we add the 63 to both sides or subtract? Excuse me. Reverse that. Let me rephrase it. Do we add 63x to both sides or we add 12x to both sides? We add 63, right? That will cross out. And we do the same thing. And what's the opposite of add? Subtract, right? 144 to both sides, right? All right. Let's do this. So far, so good, folks? All right. Okay. Let's do the variable. What's negative 12? Was negative 12 plus 63. A positive 51, right? 51x. Did I stand correctly? Yes. Okay, that's a bigger, 63 is a bigger number, so that to be a positive, right? All right. So far, so good. We have a negative 9 minus 144. The answer will be a negative for sure. What is 9 plus 144? 153, right? Okay. So far, so good, right? Then which number we divide? The 51 or the negative 153? The 51, right? Cross out the variable on the other side. We have a negative 153 divided by a positive 51. That gives, I believe, it's negative 2. Let me look at my calculator. All right, let me see. Hold on, how you get the negative? Oh, okay, here we go. I haven't used this calculator much, so forgive me on that. Yeah, negative 3. 3, not 2, is it 3? My mistake. X minus 3. So we have it. So we have the steps already concluded. You see these two equations in this problem. We have to distribute. Then once you have to distribute both sides, and then everything else you combine like terms, you add or subtract like as it is in this problem. Then once you get the final product, and then this is how you get the steps. So, any questions on number 19 so far? All right. We're almost done, folks. 2 more. We have number 20, negative 11x plus 10, open parentheses, p plus 10, close parentheses, equals 4 minus 5, open parentheses, 2 plus 11, close parentheses. All right. In order to make this a lot easier, we have to clean this problem up a little bit, right? Let's do the parentheses, right? Let's do the first part. What's 10 plus p? 10 times p is 10p. 10 times 10, we know it's 100, positive. Now bring down 11x. Let's do the next one. We have negative 5 plus negative 5 times 2p gives 11, negative 10p. My mistake, negative 10p. Then we have a negative 5 times 11. It gives a negative 55. So far, so good, right? My mistake. My apologies. Doesn't seem right, but hold on. That's not 11x. It's supposed to be 11. I'm sorry. Now it looks better. My apologies. I thought it was 11x. I made an error. I made a boo-boo. Now it looks better. All right. We have 11 plus 10p plus 100. 4 minus 10p minus 55. Okay. Now we could do this now. Let's do the left side first. What is... We have the 10p already done, right? And we have negative 11 plus 100. What answer do we get? A positive, right? 89. Excuse me, forgive me. So left side, we're done. Okay. Now we're going to the right side. We have the negative 10 on that side. Negative 10p done. What is a positive 4 minus 55? The answer would be a negative, right? Which number? 59 or 51? 51, right? All right, now we clean it up a little bit. We have a positive 10, we have 10p plus 89 on the left side equals negative 10p minus 51. Okay, let's do the variables first. In this case, we're going to add 10 to both sides, right? 10p to both sides. Okay. So far, so good. And then we minus, what's the opposite of add? Subtract 89, right? 89 to both sides of the equation. This will be eliminated and canceled out. And what the answer would be, here we go. We have 10 plus 10, 10p plus 10p that gives us 20p. On the left side, we know this on the right side will be a minus, right? What is a negative 51 minus 89? 140, right? Okay, we're almost done. Next, we divide which number? The 20 or the negative 140 to both sides? 20, right? This will cross out. Whereas the answer will be P equals, will be a negative, what number? What's 14, negative 14 divided by 2? Negative 7. That's our final answer. There we go, folks. We have completed number 20. So, any questions or concerns that you need to look over? Okay. All right. Now, we are in the last problem. Boy, it's almost over 40 minutes already. And it's good. It's a good thing. So, we have number 21. Explain 2 ways you could solve 20 equals 5, open parentheses, negative 3 plus x, close parentheses. You could do, there's 2 ways. What are 2 ways? Number 1, base look at the problem. What are 2 ways we could find out this problem? You could divide 5, right, to both sides. Okay, divide 5 to both sides. Divide 5 first. Okay, divide by 5. That's better. That's more specific. Second, distribute the 5 first. Yes. Distribute by the 5 first. Yes. Let's see. Oh. Dang. We could divide by 5. We could do that. Divide by 5 first, and then distribute the 5 as well. That's 2 ways you could solve this problem. You could solve this. So divide by 5 first, distribute 5 first, and 20 equals 5, open parentheses, negative 3 plus x, close parentheses. Any questions on number 21? All right, folks, there you have it. We just did 10 problems. And I hope the material will help you understand this process completely the best you can. But other than that, if there's any more questions, please send me a comment or send me a message on the post. Until then, everyone have a great day and be safe, everyone. Stay cool and hydrated. Until then, talk to you later, folks. Have a good one.